Tell me when we're on. We good? So good morning, everyone, and welcome to East Lyme. This is the start of the season. You know, growing up in Connecticut, it was always a big treat to come to one of the state parks with the family, my parents, and in particular Rocky Neck. I always loved coming down this way. And, you know, it really has become one of the great features of the town of East Lyme, having Rocky Neck as part of the town. I want to thank the leadership in Connecticut for being such great stewards of this park, this property. It is a gem, and it's been well taken care of. And so I'm pleased and honored to welcome today Commissioner Katie Dykes, Anthony, Chief Marketing Officer for Connecticut, Olivia Farmica, who is here today, proprietor of 374 Kitchen and Cocktails, Commissioner Brian Hurlbert, Representative Nick Mipace, Lieutenant Governor Susan Beisowitz, and of course, our Governor, Ned Lamont. So let's welcome them. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, First Selectman. So appreciate all the wonderful partnership we have with East Lyme and with all of our towns that host state parks in their backyard. Who's ready to welcome summer? All right. I am, and I know we've got a really exciting summer tourism season ahead here in the state of Connecticut. We have something for everyone, whether you're a local resident or an out-of-stater passing through and thinking about spending some time with your family and loved ones in the outdoors and at some of our spectacular tourism opportunities all across the state. We know we have something to offer for everyone. And I, of course, as a Deep Commissioner, find that the most important and exciting tourist destination that we have to offer is our incredible state park system. And that's what we're here to celebrate. Connecticut's amazing parks, boat launches, beaches, and campgrounds are open and ready to welcome residents and visitors for a spectacular summer season. Our staff have been hard at work all spring getting ready to launch our busiest season of the year and having our parks looking their best as we start the summer season. We have hired 96 full-time. We have 96 full-time staff, and they hire and train approximately 500 seasonal staff to work in the parks every summer. In fact, one of our seasonal staff alone is standing right here, actually. And these are great jobs, and we have spectacular folks who are serving in these roles, from lifeguarding to maintaining our campgrounds, and we just really appreciate all of our Deep employees who make this all work. We've also been hard at work repairing and refurbishing some of our treasured facilities here at the Connecticut State Park System. I just want to give a special shout out to our legislative champions and especially to you, Governor Lamont. You've been making investments in our parks a priority over the last 6 years. We have invested an unprecedented $70 million in refurbishing some of these spectacular locations across the state through our Restore CT Parks program, and including repairs to the Ely Mitchell Pavilion that's right here at Rocky Neck that we're working on. But just a few of those projects, many are underway, but just a few of the projects you'll be able to enjoy this summer. We've reconstructed the terrace at Gillette Castle, where you can view spectacular views of the Connecticut River. If you are up in the Hartford area, check out Hubline Tower. We've replaced those old windows on the tower observation deck, so you have a sparkling 360 view of the Farmington Valley. We've repaved the entrance road to popular Chatfield Hollow. If you're camping at Salt Rock State Campground, you can enjoy a brand spanking new bathhouse facility. There's dozens more of projects like this, and these don't just happen. We have to be good stewards of these special places, and I'm so proud of what we've been able to do in the Lamont administration to make these places beautiful for the summer park season and for generations to come. Another big priority is that we're improving access and the user experience in our state parks in many, many other ways. The Passport to Parks program is what makes all of this possible. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. But one of the other things that we've done is to improve access for everyone to our state parks, including with a new all-terrain wheelchair program. We recently announced that users can now reserve all-terrain wheelchairs and 7 Connecticut State Park and Forest locations around the state. And this means that for folks who have disabilities that have prevented them from getting out and being able to enjoy our trails or go out on the beach, we now have these wheelchairs available. And the stories that I've been hearing from folks who've been able to use those are incredible, and I'm so glad that we've been able to make that available. In addition, we want to make sure that our beautiful beaches and our swimming areas, when it gets hot, this is a place people want to be. And for folks who may lack transportation to get to these locations, we've done a lot with the Department of Transportation to overcome that. So this summer, DEEP and our partners at the Department of Transportation have revamped our Park Connect program that will provide shuttles to hands-on guided excursions from residents coming from some of our cities to select state parks, keeping with the theme of connecting residents to their state parks. So more information on that soon. Of course, a few other things people will want to know that lifeguards will begin on duty Memorial Day weekend at 3 state park beaches, including Hammonasset, right here at Rocky Neck, and Sherwood Island State Parks. And our lifeguard coverage will increase throughout June. It's a little chilly right now, but we know it's going to warm up soon, and we're going to have lifeguards ready to include additional days per week as it warms up, and including guard coverage at some of our inland state parks as well. So there's lots more that I'll be sharing as we go, but I know that as we talk about these incredible locations, I mean, we welcome 15 million visitors every year to our state parks. They're the biggest collectively tourism destination in the state, but there's so much more that Connecticut has to offer for tourism, and no one is more enthusiastic in talking about that than Connecticut's own Chief Marketing Officer, Anthony. I'll welcome him to the podium.
Thank you, Commissioner. All right, guys, summertime. A little chilly right now, but it's a very, very exciting time in Connecticut. And let me take a moment and explain to you why. First of all, Commissioner Dykes was talking about all the folks passing through Connecticut. I want to make a bold statement right now. Connecticut is not a drive-through state. We are a drive-to state. And the reason why is we have packed more into a small space, so much that is diverse, accessible, and affordable than states 2 to 3 times the size. And let me tell you a few of those examples and some of the accolades that actually back it up. And we really are on the national stage these days. First of all, you've got Litchfield. Litchfield was just named top 25 place to visit in the United States by Condé Nast Traveler. That is an internationally recognized magazine. It's because you have 3 new boutique hotels that have just opened up. You have internationally recognized restaurants in the area. You also have some of the best hiking in the nation. I don't know if you all knew this, but Connecticut was named one of the best, number one, excuse me, thank you, Governor, for saying that, the best state in the U.S. for hiking. It's because of accessibility. It's because of the diversity of the trails, and anybody, whether you're an expert hiker, by the way, I see somebody smiling over there. John, are you questioning this? No? Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm a marketer. Don't let the truth spoil a good story. We have great accessible trails here, whether you're an expert hiker or just starting off. And whether you're going to Topsmead State Forest or White Memorial Park in Litchfield, you got it all. You want to travel to the opposite end of the state, so just complete catty corner. Come on down to Mystic. Mystic has the Mystic Seaport. Well-known place, you all know that. But I don't know if you knew this, 2nd year in a row is named a top 10 outdoor museum to visit in the United States by USA Today. Not to mention you have James Beard award-winning chef David Standridge at the Shipwright's Daughter, award-winning and James Beard nominated chef Renee Toupons from Oyster Club in Port Call. These are incredible, incredible accolades that Connecticut is earning because we are becoming known. And not only that, we've always been top of the game. But I'm proud of the fact that people are recognizing how much we have here. And last but not least, you go right down the shoreline. Really accessible, easy to get to by train. You go to New Haven. Not only do you have the Yale Peabody Museum, which has dinosaurs that are gigantic. My 3-year-old son loves this. But you also have some of their own award-winning restaurants and the Schubert Theater, so you can get arts, culture, and food just about anywhere you go in this state. And the last thing I'm going to say I'm going to leave you with is obviously I'm not going to talk about New Haven without talking about pizza. Thank you, Governor. Pizza capital of the United States. We just revealed the top 20 pizzerias in the state, all done by public voting. And obviously, the top 5 on that list were all in the greater New Haven area. You got Modern was number 1, Pepe's was 2, Sally's was 3. You travel a little bit outside of New Haven to West Haven, you got Zapardi's at 4, and number 5 was Bar. So no matter what, you go to New Haven, you're going to have great pie. And I'll give you guys this, and I'll leave you here. The only thing, there's more cooking in Connecticut than just pizza. And we're going to launch our big summer campaign next Friday. It's a little bit coming. New York, watch out. We're coming for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone.
So if you're thinking about getting out this summer and enjoying some of those incredible tourist destinations that Anthony just mentioned, you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed because there's just so much to do. So I'm going to give you some practical tips. First off, you should really build your day around a visit to a Connecticut State Park. I'm a little biased there. And second of all, don't make it hard on yourself. Visit ctparks.com. This is a website that we launched in partnership with DECD. I think it's now the second most visited website for the state of Connecticut. And we are, when you go onto the site, you can pick what kind of activity you're into, boating, swimming, hiking, you name it. And not only can you find a state park that matches what you feel like doing, but also it'll suggest for you other things you can do to build out your itinerary for the day. It might be visiting an incredible restaurant or another tourist destination or an ice cream shop or what have you to round out your day. So this is how we see our state park system really contributing and complementing economic development in the state. One of the reasons we've been able to do that is because of the Passport to Parks program. Several years ago, Connecticut, if you were a Connecticut resident visiting Rocky Neck on a hot day, you had to sit at the ticket booth out front in a lot of traffic to pay an entrance fee to be able to get into the park. And we were able to eliminate parking fees for all Connecticut residents with the Passport to Parks program. For a modest surcharge that's on vehicle registrations, all Connecticut residents enjoy free access to our state parks year-round. And what that means is that when you come to enjoy some time on the beach at any of our parks, you drive in, you don't have to wait in traffic, you can park, and you can enjoy the morning, and then maybe you get a little hungry, you want to get that slice of pizza, so you can head into town, enjoy a lunch with your family, and then come back without having surrendered your, or having to pay the fee again, essentially, the entrance fee. So that's the way that the Passport to Parks program has enabled us to give people a lot more access to other local businesses and amenities as they enjoy our state parks. Not to mention, it's also provided us the fiscal stability to be able to support investment in keeping our parks looking good and hiring the incredible talented folks that make our parks safe and clean. We were able to just hire an additional 12 staff over the last 12 months. It's the first increase in our employee numbers for state parks since the 1980s. And really long overdue, as we've seen a doubling in the number of visitors to our state parks since COVID. So that was all because of the Passport to Parks program. But this partnership between state parks and economic development is something I'm really passionate about. With the governor's support, we just created a new Office of Industry and Outdoor Experiences at DEEP, where we're looking to expand partnerships with businesses and folks to help offer canoe rentals and even looking at long-term leases and concessions where we can bring in private partners to expand and build on the services that people enjoy, in addition to helping our visitors find other great businesses that they can and tourism destinations that they can round out their experience with every day. I know we have an amazing destination right here in the area. Olivia Formica is here to talk about her restaurant, 374 Kitchen and Cocktails. Just as you're thinking about what to do in the area, maybe I don't know if Olivia. Oh, right here. Sorry. Come on up and tell us what's going on this summer.
Good morning. My name is Liv Formica, co-owner and culinary director of Flanders Fish Market and Restaurant, 374 Kitchen and Cocktails, as well as the Crescent Beach Stand powered by FFM. I would like to start off by thanking Governor Lamont and his team for the honor to speak on behalf of restaurants and small businesses today. More specifically, the impact that tourism and Connecticut's great state parks have on our hospitality industry. My dad, Paul Formica, and late mom, Donna, opened the fish market in 1983, which quickly became a staple in our town and our state. A very large reason being that, while heavily supported by our wonderful locals year-round, we have had and continue to have an extraordinarily strong tourism season throughout the summer. The great chef Jose Andres says, "A meal is never just a plate of food. It has the power to change the world, to bring people together and to tell the story of who we are and where we are going." I believe in just that. Thanks to Passport to Parks, our beautiful state parks and serene beaches will begin to fill up again as this weekend's kickoff, and will remain busy throughout the season. We as an industry are given the opportunity to fuel our beachgoers, hikers, and travelers alike with our craft. Over 80% of jobs are created by small businesses in this country, and that is an amazing statistic that we are so fortunate to be a part of. As the season gets underway, business will increase. The more the state invests in tourism, the more we provide and the busier we become on Main Street. We will continue to create a vibrance in our community that will forever foster prosperity across our state. Circling back to Chef Andres' quote, "Every day we are showing tourists our great state park system and who we truly are." But more importantly, with continued and much needed support of not only our restaurant industry, but our arts, culture, and tourism, we are showing everyone, near and far, exactly where we are going. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Olivia. Now, I know when people think about tourism destinations and places to enjoy the summer, they're not just thinking about state parks and forests and some of our wonderful restaurants and small businesses to patronize, but they're also thinking about agritourism. Mr. Hurlburt, can you tell us a little bit about what people can enjoy this summer?
Absolutely. Thank you, Commissioner Dykes. And I'll make a plug for those seasonal workers. When you're 18 or 19 years old, they offer you a state car, an opportunity to go to every state beach in Connecticut. Apply for that job. It's a great job. And it was for water sampling. It's a really important role, too. But it's great to be here today and to launch summer of 2025, talking about what is available in the state. And both Commissioner Dykes and Anthony did a great job overviewing about just how much there is in our small little state to be able to get to. And nothing is too far of a drive. And to Commissioner Dykes' point, make a day trip of going to a state park, but then find something else to do. So if you're on your way, visit a farm stand or a farmer's market. Make sure that you're supporting the local economy when you're out there. And I like her point of you can come to the park, go out, get something to eat, come back into the park, and on your way home, or if you're coming back into the park, you're having a barbecue or grilling out, you can stop at a farm stand or a farmer's market to supplement whatever you brought to the park that day. Just a reminder, Connecticut's got over 5,000 farms that generate $4 billion to the state's economy and employs over 31,000 people. So these are, as Liv was mentioning, small businesses that are truly local businesses in our state. And we have operations that range from farm wineries to cheeses, obviously meats, vegetables, orchards and berries, and a lot of people look back behind us and see a beach. I see a farm. Long Island Sound is home to 50,000 acres of oyster beds being worked by our licensed oyster operations. In fact, the largest farm in New England is a Connecticut oyster farm in Long Island Sound. So that's a pretty important thing from the Department of Agriculture perspective. But if you're thinking about going to a state park, think about stopping by at a pick-your-own berry or orchard operation on the way there. If you're wondering where those are, you can certainly go to ctgrown.org, and we have a map. So if you're determining what park you're going to, look in the area. Obviously, CT Visit is going to be another place that you can check out that links to our CT Grown to make it easy for people to navigate through the options. Because as was mentioned earlier, there are a lot of options, and it can be overwhelming. So we want to make it easy and digestible for individuals to figure out what they want to do with their day, with their family. Also want to make a plug for the Passport to Connecticut Wine Country that we launched earlier this month. Over 40 wineries participating. You can get your passport either the booklet style or we have an app this year that you can use to go visit Connecticut wineries. And if you visit enough, you're eligible for certain prizes. Another great way to support a local small business. On your way home from the park, go to have a glass of wine at one of those wineries. You won't regret it. If oysters are your thing, check out our oyster trail. And visit one of those either farms, farm stands, or restaurants that are buying Connecticut-grown oysters and supporting that amazing aquaculture industry that we have in the state. Again, ConnecticutGrown.org, ctvisit.com. Those are two easy ways to help people find ways to enjoy the summer, enjoy what the state has to offer. I didn't mention, but I think we should. There's also a lot of ice cream stands around the state of Connecticut. It doesn't have to be super sunny and 90 degrees to enjoy ice cream. You know, a day like today is a great day to visit an ice cream stand, in fact. So please don't pass that up. Our men and women working Connecticut dairy farms work really hard for high quality product, and you can buy some of that at a local ice cream stand. So that's what I have to offer for today. But I'm just really excited that we're getting to the time where over 100 farmers markets are ready and willing, selling amazing products. Our farm stands are full. We're looking for people to come visit them. So thank you. Commissioner Yates.
Terrific. Well, thank you, Commissioner. And we know that so many of these things that we enjoy, these various programs, the investments we're making, the funding for our staff, are possible because of the support for the Connecticut General Assembly. And we know, obviously, our legislators, they don't get to start summer officially until June 5th. But we're so excited, Representative Mipace, that you're here with us to share a few words.
Thank you all. This is my first time speaking at Reconnect, but I can say I've been here a lot in my time I've lived in East Lyme, and I came here a lot as a child as well. I actually had a friend who owned a place just down the road, and that was a wonderful way to spend the summer. And it's great that I've been able to be the representative for this wonderful community. And I will say, I've known about these pizza lists, but I think we have some very good pizza places here in East Lyme, Niantic. So anyone interested in coming down, there's over a dozen pizza places, multiple ice cream parlors. If you ever walk down Niantic Main Street, it is a wonderful place to visit. So if you stop into Rocky Neck, you know, downtown Niantic's not too far away as well. You're not going to go right by 374 on the way there, so you'll be able to hit all of this. But our parks are really a wonderful part, and is what drives, in my opinion, tourism in this state. And I really think that this Eastern Connecticut is what does that. We have Mohegan Sun, of course, but our beaches are wonderful. And no offense to some of the other people there, but I think we have the best beaches in the state in this part of Connecticut. And right down the road, we've got Gardner Lake State Park as well, and of course Harkness as well. And I mean, so it's not a state park, but Ocean Beach isn't very far away for that. And so yes, make sure you come out. It's the start of tourism season, maybe a little less warm than we'd like it, but it's a beautiful day. And well, I thank everyone for coming here, and I hope I see a lot of people in the summer. Thank you.
All right, terrific. Well, next I'd like to invite our wonderful Lieutenant Governor. You're such a great supporter of our parks, if you'd like to say a few words.
Absolutely. Well, good morning, everyone, and happy start of summer. We have so much to offer in our state, from our amazing shorelines. Just look at this stunning view, to our hiking or biking trails, our beaches, our campgrounds, and our recreational facilities. And the great thing about our parks is no matter where you live in Connecticut, you are not more than 20 minutes away from one of our gorgeous state parks. Last year, 15.5 million people visited our beautiful parks. We have 110 state parks, 32 state forests, 14 campgrounds, and 21 swimming facilities, and 117 boat launches. So there's so much to take advantage of. The commissioner talked about the Passport to Parks program. So it means that all of these things, our state parks, our forests, our trails, our historic sites, and our beaches, are more accessible and available to the people of our state. You just have to have a Connecticut license plate. So there is so much to do, and I've been listening to all this talk about food, and of course we're getting close to lunchtime, so you forgot to mention lobster rolls, Anthony. The pizza's making me hungry. But that is the great thing about Connecticut. We are a small state. Everything is close. And as someone who grew up on a farm, I'll make a pitch for strawberry picking in June, blueberry picking in July, and raspberry picking in August. Our farms are located all across our state. Please support the farm stands. There's nothing better at a summer barbecue than freshly grown Connecticut tomatoes and corn. All of this is fantastic. I want to thank our great commissioner for making all these wonderful investments in our state parks. Our administration has invested almost $71 million in refurbishing our beautiful parks, and in COVID, people in our state rediscovered them, and we want to encourage those who haven't had an opportunity to explore them to please do that and enjoy our amazing tourist attractions. Thank you so much.
Terrific. Well, we appreciate your love for the parks, and I also wanted to say, if you see this beautiful poster that we have here, and I'm sporting a related T-shirt, one way you can show your love for parks is either wearing it or displaying it. We've launched these really iconic graphics, and you can buy a T-shirt or a poster at shop.ctparks.com. It's a way to show, it's a conversation starter to talk about some of your favorite destinations, and all the proceeds get reinvested back into our parks. So with that, I think the only thing standing between us and a 3-day weekend would be you, Governor. Would love for you to say a few words.
Let me keep you for your 3-day weekend. Thank you for that.
She said it, not me.
Anyway, never mind the weather as long as we're together right here in Connecticut. It is the opening to Memorial Day weekend, a chilly opening, I got to admit, but who cares? You heard from these folks about all the many different things you've got to do right here. Go to the farm stands, your great oyster farms, all the theatrical. You mentioned pizza. I got to say something to my chief marketing officer. When you're mentioning great restaurants, and you've got the first selectman of East Lyme, and you got 374 restaurant over there, and Flanders Fish Market, you might just mention some of the local cooking. It's just a little bit of advice I've got for you, chief marketing officer. And I also want to say to the staff over here for keeping this place beautiful and safe, and you're amazing. You're like a cold weather resistant. They're wearing short sleeves and ready for tomorrow. I'm wearing the shades because the sun's going to come out tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing weekend. It's going to be a great summer here. I kind of like the beach like this, by the way. I find it very relaxing after a day at the Capitol. It's sort of very soothing. I just want to say, I think this is going to be the busiest summer ever. We've had more people, as you heard Katie say, or more people visiting our parks, more people visiting our state than ever before in our history, making a difference, enjoying our restaurants, enjoying what we have to do. And this is a great year to probably stay a little closer to home. Maybe you like to fly through Newark Airport. It's up to you. But I would think I'd want to drive to Connecticut. Everything is nearby. You've got the restaurants, you got the beach, you got the hikes, and that's what we're doing today. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Governor.
All right.
Let's enjoy it.
That I do.
We did it. That's the official kickoff to summer. Let's see if there's any questions.
Governor, can you talk about the tourism budget? I know that all the highlights everyone's talked about and how important this is, but it also comes at a time when you're cutting back quite a bit in tourism. Can you talk about that, please?
Well, obviously, we did a big thing with the tourism budget. A lot of that was related to the ARPA federal money coming out of COVID. We had more visitors to the state than ever before coming out of COVID. Also because we kept things open, including our beaches and outdoor dining, which made a big difference. We're still in negotiations with the legislature right now as we're trying to get the right balance going forward. But in the meantime, I really got to salute Anthony for the number of visitors that continue to come. And on a day like this, maybe they go to one of our great restaurants. So these all feed off of each other, and I hope we're making progress.
And speaking of restaurants, is there any wiggle room to give them a little bit more of the hospitality tax, some of the meals and beverage to help them? Because as you know, they benefit greatly by tourism.
That's true. We're sitting down with the leaders this week and next week and trying to get that exact balance right. Obviously, I got about 187 legislators and about 100 advocates all coming in with specific asks, and we're going to get it done.
Does Deep have any estimates for number of visitors this summer?
I think we're going to top 15 million, 15 and a
Oh, I'd
half
say
million.
16.
Let's go
We're just
16.
15.5 revenue. I'll go to 16.
There we go.
68 million to the state. I saw something in the press release.
Yes, it's last year we had 68 million, roughly 68 million coming to the state.
Yeah, we
If
saw.
you get it to 75, that's a nice round number.
That's my goal.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
75.
Great. Yeah.
Yes. What is the governor's office doing in regards to the celebration next year for America 250? From what I understand through different people, the governor's office has absolutely no interest in funding the celebration. There are states around us that Rhode Island has already committed, I believe, $28 million. They started last year. Every dollar that you invest in tourism comes back at least 3 to 3.5% greater in funding, and you're taking all that money, dumping it in the general fund, and not giving it back to anybody, or very little, to people that actually survive. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, almost 17% of the economy in Connecticut is based on tourism. We've heard year over year over year that you have to negotiate, I understand you have a tough job. This is where the money's coming from. You need to support tourism and not just say it, you have to fund it.
So, in terms of how we are promoting America 250 in Connecticut, the Office of Statewide Marketing and Tourism is working in collaboration with the America 250 Commission, which was established by the governor, what was it, 2-3 years ago? Yeah, thank you. Yes, Denise is the chair. We're working very closely with them to elevate what the state is offering. In fact, actually, CT Visit, which I think Commissioner Dykes had referenced, is one of the most visited websites in the state. We have opened that up for sponsorships, and every dollar that will come in for the sponsorships will actually go directly to the commission to be able to elevate and promote what Connecticut is offering around the state. We're also going to launch, I'm letting the cat out of the bag here, so you all are welcome to write about it if you'd like, but we will be establishing an America 250 trail, a curated statewide experience where you can see, visit, and take in one of the state's very many offerings. That will come at a date sometime in the next, well, July 4th is right around the corner, in the next year or so, leading up to the 250th.
Great. All right. I think that's a wrap. So thanks everyone for being here.
Thank you.
Let's have a great, safe summer.
I just had a quick question for the governor on the nursing home strike. I understand there's been. We'll do off topic this way. Okay.
Okay. Thanks everybody.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
Olivia, you're great. Really fun. You've got to get a promo in for your restaurant.
You gotta do the Niantic triathlon this summer. You gotta set up
Anthony lists
your
every restaurant except for the ones in front of him. Where's my marketing officer?
Yeah, I didn't mean to call you out too much.
No, I hope you did. I was going to ask you, so what is the pizza place I need to have?
Good. Yeah, we'll make a couple of, we got
Over at Niantic.
2 to 1.
Very good. They're like more like Italian. Very nice style pizza. Right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually the first one that you were talking about. I'm pretty sure that actually is on the top 100. Yeah, we only. Good. I'm glad you did.
I would love to get a picture of that for Al and for Tom, who did that.
That was very kind.
It is. I was worried that some of the other towns.
And I just wanted to show you this here.
So we have a good structure. Great.
So this is a press conference mounting the cornerstone about 90 years ago to the day, almost.
It has the background. I thought we had to be inside shivering. This is beautiful.
How are you? Good to see you guys.
We have a copy of our recent centennial book celebrating 100 years, and I just thought this was a really fascinating picture. If you look behind me right here, that's the cornerstone.
Oh, that's when they're building.
Building it, yeah.
Good.
I've got to say, I just took my wife to the Charles.
Right out here where we are.
And
Very similar press conference. Turned around in the other direction.
she goes, well, what are you looking at? I was like, and she was like, oh, okay. had to call press. Put this stuff out. We got to redo our kitchen, so we were doing cabinet and countertop, and then she's like, "What do you want to do?" Let's get something decent. Okay, perfect. So it was great. Food was awesome. It was cold. It was a Friday night. You know, it was great. We weren't sure what time we'd get there. We missed an opportunity. Oh no, this is great. We got to sleep inside. I know. Well, yeah, just have to go back. So, how are you doing?